I'm going to track all of those. Let's go up here real quick. So pockets divided, so 72 divided by 2. $36. Alright, that's what I thought. Alright, so here's where things go to hell. This time, so... Or rather, on this one it does. See, this time it's not doing it though. Why is that? Probably a case of it behaving now that I'm looking at everything. Alright, well, let's have a look here. So we've got... Well, that's interesting. Oh, never mind, we got one more to go. Somehow we've added... I don't know, that doesn't seem right. Now this is 16. We should have added 16 by now. But stopped at 11. I4 is 8. How the hell did we get to 8? So if I3 does not equal 11, do this. And that should be doing that. Instead we're getting 4 just constantly added to because it's not going through something. Alright, let's restart it. There's something else going on here. Alright, okay. Yes, continue. Alright, so. Obviously we have to go up to 11 first before we can figure out what the hell's going on. Alright, 11. So oh, I see. No, wait, no, that's right. It shouldn't be set to 0 when it's 11. But after that it should, and before then it should. Now see, it just skipped over it. But it didn't hit this. That's something more telling. It didn't hit that. So if... Ah, I see. It should actually be 12. No, 11. But this should be taken out of that and put into the other... put into this... okay. I see where the problem is now. It should be put into that scope instead of inside of that one, because inside of here it'll never run because it's only when it's greater than 11. We want this to go whenever it is 11. So else if so we can just take this, copy it, and paste it in all these other sections here. So that was the problem. That was what was going on. Well, we'll do this first. Then we'll go back through and get the sections where it's in a area where there is no reset of 4 at. Alright, so here now, same thing, we take it out of this and put it after this, yeah. Because it will never be tripped there. Only out here. Okay, that should fix that now. So, we'll leave those there, but we'll take off all the other stuff. Alright. Reload it. Put in our data here. Okay, I think I just saw that it was working right. So, there you go. Odd, even, even. Let's do one more. Or a couple more so we can see them properly. Yeah, there you go. So 11. So even, odd, even, odd, even, even, odd, even, odd, even. Now the other problem is we're still seeing this black-green thing here. It's not doing the black and red correctly. Because you should be also alternating every other element as well, not just this element this way. So that's another thing we have to add in now. We got everything else working apparently. Now we got to deal with that. So what is it? What's the value that's dealing with that though? The type of value, the number of pockets. So I guess I2 would have been that, wouldn't it? For the color flip. Not color flip, but the color toggling, I guess we'll call it. Oscillation. Which means we need another layer of ifs here. Damn. So yeah, we'll add this back in. The color to be used for current pocket I2. And I'll put it on as a 0. So it'll be 0 for oops, still going. Okay, so if it's on... Alright, so it's essentially the odd blocks start with black, while the even blocks start with red and end with black. So that's another layer of things we have to deal with now. You can see how complicated this is, because all these things have to be put together to make it work correctly. So now I2 will start at 0. Now what we'll say is that so 0 will be black, 1 is red. Now this needs to be dealt with this though too, so we're not I2 equals 0. Or rather, outside of this, it should be in front of that. And we go down to the else. Actually, it should have been the other way around. So this is odd, but this one's even. Dirt. So 1. No, let's do it on 1. We'll do it from 1, starting on 1. That way we can say if I2 is 0. And up here, change this to 2. So in the same way with this now, you essentially have to double this. And yes, I know it gets really confusing, but it just has to be done. Or really insanely complicated, but it just has to be done. And really it's only this part here, just the B or the R, not everything, so... In fact, what we could do is we could just separate these two into 2 entities. That'd make this really easy, because then we wouldn't have to be just reusing everything over and over again. Let's make an element 0. For these, for the G's. Alright, so what we can do here now is we can take these and we can separate them from their things here. Alright, so I need to take both of these here. So I said that if it's 1, it's black, and if it's 2, it's red. Ooh, that's what we said up here. Yeah. 1 black, 2 red. So if 1 black, red, if this, then it's red, black. Now the thing is though, is if again if I3 equals 11, then it has to be, as you see down here, because it flips. It becomes... Oh, never mind. No, it doesn't do that. It's just a double... it never has a double on a double ever, unless it's accompanied in between with a 0. So now, yeah, so it just flips all the time. Oh, man. Still going? Well, the speed hasn't stopped. If the speed freezes, then that's a good... There it goes. Yeah, it's still going, it's just taking forever. If the speed freezes, that's a good indication that you're screwed. Alright, so, we won't do this, because this no longer applies down here. Those comments there. And so we want to put something like this on all of them. Of course, we'll have to switch them as necessary. This one's the same though. Or no, it's red then black. So we switch to this one. And black, then red. So I was actually doing this incorrectly. Originally, I guess I3 was meant to be doing this, and then we switched what I3 was doing. Or maybe I2 was supposed to be doing this, but yeah, this will work. Of course, we need to make sure we change this as well. Let's go back up here. We need to add in the spaces. The other thing we have to do is we have to say, so if it equals 1, or if it equals this, then we have to set it back down to 0. So let's grab this, put it down on the bottom on this one. Alright. Let's go add this to other places. So this one starts with O instead of E. And red instead of black. Or maybe not, I don't know, we'll see what happens. If we have to change it, we will. O, E, actually not Haxery. So now OE, OE, E. Get rid of that. Element 1, 2, I'll figure out if we need to actually do that or not. Not sure if we do or not, but we'll figure it out. Alright, that should be the lot. No, we got more. Damn. How many of these things are there? So EO, that stays the same. This is the same now. Let's just get rid of these. And add 1 here and 2 here. Alright, build it and let's go. And we got an error. Oh, well, that's 0. Yeah. Dirt. Forgot all about that other one. Alright, so 72. Go. Now I get the same problem still. Somehow, I have no clue how, but we do. So I think it is what's going on. We don't have to alternate them. So black, red, black, red. Black, red, blah, 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 blah. So the only change that happens is when we go to the next block. So if it's an uneven block, if it's an even block, you start with red. If it's an odd block, you start with black. So that's the only time it ever changes. Of course, we got that growl stuck open. So what we need to do now is go to the odd block first and change everything to black, red. Or red black. That should start with a black. Should start with a with black and then end with red, no matter what. Oh, that one's right. This one's probably not right. Okay. So why was I tracking that though? The short section. Well, the short section is supposed to be different, isn't it? If you look at the rules, which I still have open up here. Odd numbers are red, even are black. But from the shorter range, it's odd numbers are black and even are red. So odd red, even black, odd black, even red on the shorter side. Interesting. And what about on this other side here, though? Let's see, back over to my image. Evens are red, and on the larger... Oh, because it starts with an even, that's why. Evens are black, odds are red. So this is going to be red. Gotcha. And then we get over here, odds are red and evens are black. I see. So there is no actual switching going on. It's just based on the... okay. So I was onto something with how I was doing it, but I was not doing it correctly. So again, we actually don't need this. Unsurprisingly. But we can put them together. Alright, so we're on... This is the... short side. So on the short side, it's that evens are red and odds are black. So evens red, odds black on the short side. On the long side, evens are black and odds are red. So that's this one that we use. And again, we don't need to track I2. So short side. And long side, long section. You can also get rid of that check for I2, wherever the hell it's at. Guess we'll probably have to go through and recheck them to make sure. So we also had them oscillating based on if there was odd or even being added, which we don't need to do. Alright, so... black, red, red, black. Essentially is all we have to know. So even, odd, even, odd. So black, red, red, black. Black, red, red, black. Black, red, red, black. Or rather, it's backwards again. Alright. So that should do it. Of course, we're not lined up on the same slots anymore. That doesn't really matter, as long as we're in the general neighborhood. Or maybe we are. I don't know. Alright, let's have a look here. Cool. So black, red, black, red, black, red, black, red. Red, black, sweet. So alright, now let's take a look at the, make sure it wraps correctly. So we've got a red on the last one. And red, yes, cool, and it's both odd. Nope, 12 is even. Oh, we're not going, okay, here we go. No, it's still even, what the hell? That's interesting. So the last one should also be the same type as the one before it. So on the odd side, on the even, or rather on the odd, what the hell did I call those? Block. So on the odd block, the last one should be an odd, and on the even block, the last one should be an even. So let's also program that in. So this one's going to check for I3 as well. So if I3 equals 18, or 17, so if I3 equals actually be on the outside here, wouldn't it? Where the other I4 is. Okay, so this is the even block, so that'd be blocks 2 and 4. And if it's even block, then the last one's going to be even. So in order to make that happen, we have to set it to 0. Okay, so we could just do this then, or if I3 17. Alright, so just get them both at the same time there. Now we want to make sure we get both of these this time. Well, no. Because the last one on the second uneven block should be an even, not an odd. So actually we don't even need to check for that. Technically we shouldn't have to even check for this up here. I don't think. So now if it's odd, 2. That's where we check on here. Or no, if it's odd. It should end on an odd. Yeah. So, yeah, we had to hear them. So if a block is even, then it's going to be two odds, not evens. And if it's an even block, it's going to be two evens here and an even here. So we don't need to check for evens on odd blocks and odds on even blocks, because those won't be part of it. So we need to make sure we take those out. So if value is going to be even, else if it's going to be odd. So we don't take that. We don't need that because that's not going to be used there. So I don't even need that either. And if it's an odd block, we don't need to track evens, only the odds. Or did I get that backwards just now? Odd, odd, even. Okay, odd, odd, even, even. So, yes on even, no on odd. Or no, wait, yeah, this one was right, because this is an odd, whoops. This isn't the odd block. That's right, I keep forgetting that we have it set up so it's even then odd, not odd then even. Damn. Alright, so let's redo this part now. So if the block is even, we only track evens, and so if value is even, so we leave this one here. If value is odd, this is where we don't track it. Now if the block is odd, then we track only odd and not the even. And the first one is even. Alright, the first one is odd. Second is even. So we only track this one and not the second one. Alright. And we're waiting for something to happen. Who knows what and when, but something. I wonder if it got stuck in the there it is, okay. This anyway. So we're looking for whatever the program is. SC test programs, roulette test, I guess. Nope, it's nowhere in there. Actually, this is not responding, is it? That's strange. Why would that make any damn difference? I think this has stopped responding. And that's what's going on. Yeah. No longer responding. I'm going to go ahead and pause recording for a moment. See if I can't get this to start working again. Or restart if I can't. But I should be back in, well, it'll be a second for you, but it'll be probably a minute or two for me. Alright, so I had to soft reset my computer again because it froze, couldn't get anything to work once again. And you see some of the problem, one of the major problems I've been working with, trying to friggin' work around for the past couple of weeks here now. It's that goddamn thing crashing like that or flipping out or whatnot. It's just so damned annoying. So let's go ahead and get this back open. I did manage to get this saved though, so I didn't have to you know, restore any lost non-saved files. Though I don't get why that. See, now this is on the entire. I don't know what the hell's going on with this. This is supposed to be over here, for one. And so is this. This is all supposed to be over. The entire Solution Explorer is supposed to be over here. As a part of this. Like so. And somehow, though, it ends up over here, along with this damn properties window. And just the layout never saves. Maybe it's because it keeps on. Maybe it's because I never actually save a program that keeps on crashing before I could save it. Anyway, so we got the those other changes in. Let's go ahead and see what happens now. And again, the error thing's not down there again. Can't work with that. So 72. Yes. Oh, that's right. Down here. Alright, let's have a look. So, black, red, black, red, black, red. That's interesting. This isn't doing that anymore. Huh. Maybe I got those backwards. Alright, now let's have a look at the... So... Now the last one should have been... Let me see. I'll have to reload the... reload this so we can see what's going on. Alright, so the last one should be an odd, then an odd. This one's still doing the, still going the other way. Matter of fact, it's completely the other way. I think it's because we didn't have the switch here. And that's why. Excuse me, rather than the switch, the switch from, the way it was going to the, doing the double even. Since it's switching the way that the even odds are done. And it probably would have been an odd there and an odd here. Though I'm not entirely sure. So we got to figure out why that switch isn't happening there. So the one we're looking for is going to be happening after 11. And in this case, it's going to be an even 11. So let's go back up to the top. Let's stop this for the first thing. So even blocks are on this one. So now, yeah, see, here it is. Except the last one we want them to be is actually odd. True. Or no. Wait. Even, odd. Odd, even. Okay, now, so we want to go, if it's odd block, that's odd, odd, odd. That's right, it's odds, not even odds on this one. Duh. Well, actually, if you look at this here, it does both, doesn't it? It's odd, odd, even, even. I see. So it actually doubles up on both of them. Okay. Interesting. So the 11th and the 12th. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 2, 4, 6, 8. So 8, 9, 10, and 11 all have to be, or rather, no, yeah, 2, 4, 6, 8. So 9, 10, 11, and 12 are all going to be not following the pattern. And it's the same ones on the other side too, obviously. So it's going to be odd, odd, even, even on odd blocks. On even blocks, it's going to be even, even, odd, odd. Or essentially, it's going to be the opposite of those. So actually, we only have to do it on the one side, because we'll get them on the other one. True. Well, taking into consideration everything here, I made a very huge well, no, see, this is again the whole process of trying to figure stuff out. Now with this one, we only have 2 blocks, so one finishes the other. But now, on the 6 block wheel here, which I'm using as my visual representation for a non-2 block wheel, the one block only fills in the one adjacent to it. So 1 fills 4, 2 fills 5, and 3 fills 6. So what we have to do is we have to calculate, but only doing half of the blocks that are supposed to be used. Just like we're doing only half of the number of pockets. So for this one that we're doing, the 4 block, we only need to do the first and second blocks, because the first block fills the 3rd block and the 2nd block fills the 4th block. So we still need to follow. We still need all this stuff, but we need to adjust how we're doing the I6. I think it is here. Yeah. So we have a value called blocks, I believe. And what is that used for, though? Blocks. Okay, that number of blocks. Okay, that's pretty self-explanatory. We can actually do blocks here instead of using that. So now for the I6 we only want to use blocks divided by 2. Or actually what we could do is just do this to change it all in this thing here. Blocks divided by 2. So what's the problem here? Current document. Look in, find this, replace it with this. Replace all. Something's really screwed up here. Okay, close this and reopen it. Well, of all the bullcrap, what's going on with that? Let's break it down to a simpler thing. Maybe that was the problem. Replace that with this. Why is that still there? It shouldn't be there. WTF. Alright, we got that fixed now. So, now it's only half the blocks. So, I5 now, we have to consider as well, take this into consideration as well. Let's say that well, let's run it once and we'll see what happens here. Well, no, we need to fix the other thing first. Or rather, fix and also add. So on the cases where we have what we need now is we need to put these out into the essentially outside of the this I3 thing here. I guess inside of this would maybe be what I'm talking about. Yeah, where this other stuff is. So what we have to do is we have to say now if you said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 9, 10, 11, 12. So let me write those down. Pockets 9, 10, 11, and 12. 9 through 12. Have to be odd, odd, even, even. So odd, odd, even, even. And that's on odd blocks. And on even blocks, 9 through 12 has to be even, even, odd, odd. Although that goes across with it on some of them. Now there's another consideration though. We'd be going from an odd to an odd on ours because it's a 4 block thing. So 1 to 3. So I guess we'll just have to deal with it. Again, it's not made to be exactly the same, although I want to have it as close to this as possible. But it's not going to be exactly the same. So, so if I3 and also on the last ones though, that's also got to be an odd. So an odd has to be 17 and even has to be 18 rather on even ones. So 9, 10, or 17, or rather 8, 9, or 17. Because it has to be the one before that sets it. So I3 equals 8, or I3 equals 9, or I3 equals 17. Set I4 to 0, and 0 will set it to odd. Or no, it should be even, because this is the even block, so actually it should be 1. Else if I3 equals 10, which would be for 11, or I3 equals 12. Then I4 equals 0. Now, this should actually be placed outside of all the I4s. It should be on the I5 here, actually. Except for that one. That one we need there.